We start with England, though. Phil Foden has apologised after he and Mason Greenwood were sent home for breaching coronavirus rules. Foden and Greenwood met two women outside of the team's private area whilst away with the squad in Iceland. Within the last couple of minutes, Foden has released this statement. He says, following the story which has emerged today regarding my actions in Iceland, I want to make a full apology. I apologise to Gareth Southgate, to my England teammates, to the staff, supporters and also to my club and my family. When I was called up by Gareth for these games, my first reaction was that of immense pride. To pull on that shirt for the senior team in my England debut was an incredible privilege. He goes on to say, I am a young player with a lot to learn, but I'm aware of the huge responsibility I have in representing Manchester City and England at this level. On this occasion, I made a poor decision and my behaviour didn't meet the standards expected of me. He ends by saying, I breached COVID-19 protocols put in place to protect myself and my England colleagues. As a consequence, I will now miss the opportunity to travel to Denmark with the squad, and that hurts. I will learn a valuable lesson from this error in judgment, and I wish Gareth and the team good luck this week. So that's the view of one of the players involved. Here's what Gareth Southgate had to say shortly after the story broke.
Nothing has happened in the areas that we occupy in the hotel. Nobody from outside our party has been into the areas of the hotel. No other members of our party have been in contact with those two players. And that's why they couldn't go to breakfast this morning. Obviously, they've been naive. We've dealt with it appropriately. I think everything from there on, I recognise their age, but of course the whole world are dealing with this pandemic, and there's responsibility on every age group to make sure that they play their part in keeping each other safe and not spreading the virus.
The two individual players will be fined for breaking the law out here in Iceland. Iceland's strict coronavirus laws state that they should have stayed within the England eco bubble. They didn't have to do what myself and my cameraman did when we came over here, which was spend 5 or 6 days in isolation and pass 2 separate coronavirus tests before we could go out and about. Because they didn't have that quarantine themselves, they were given an elite athlete dispensation. By going outside the eco bubble, they breached that. They've broken the law out here in Iceland. As a result, they're going to each be fined 250,000 Icelandic krona. And in fact, we can show you some exclusive pictures that we've got in the last half an hour or so of 2 Icelandic detectives in plain clothes leaving the team hotel behind me, getting into an unmarked police car, which is the way the detectives work over here, I understand, and they're heading back to the police station now. But those 2 detectives interviewed Mason Greenwood and Phil Foden in the last half an hour. They delivered to them that charge and that fine. We don't know whether that fine has been paid yet, but it's the equivalent of about £1,300 each. And interestingly, neither of their clubs or the FA can pay that. Those are the guys that broke the law. They have to pay the fine themselves.